Another day at the nurseries, out with Rush, and as you can see, we've still got puddles, and at the moment it's very grey and it's very damp. So it is raining, but it's like a misty sort of light rain. The last couple of days we should have had a lot of rain on the forecast, and it didn't happen, fortunately, but we're in for a day of rain today. So I'm hoping it's just literally just light and it's not going to cause us any problems, because we are now on the big run up to the May Bank holiday weekend, just a few days away. So this area here was a huge puddle. You see how it's all cleared up. So we've had a few on over the weekend, a couple of no shows funny enough as well, and people leaving today, and we've got a quiet afternoon. So my original plan for this afternoon was to start on the grass cutting, ready for the bank holiday weekend, to make sure the site's looking good. But obviously if it's going to be wet like this, that's not going to happen. Right, I've got Russia with me. Time to put her in the van and go and open up the office. Right, just a couple of little mentions. Another very small YouTube channel got in touch with me and asked me if I'd give them a shout out. So to David and Barbara on tour, I'm assuming if we put that into the search, you should be able to find their small channel. I think they're based up in Scotland, by the looks of it. So I did have a quick look yesterday. Obviously trying to keep on top of everybody's channels is quite tricky. And Louise Avery, Louise, that's wonderful for you to send or to send over a coffee. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you. And is it Michaela Wingfield? Michaela and Jez. You also sent over a coffee. That's fantastic. I think if things go to plan, Sandra's coming up next weekend. So instead of buying a cup of coffee, we'll go and get a couple of drinks with that, all being well. And fingers crossed we'll get out to eat. Oh, it's Barbara's, my mother-in-law's 90th birthday today as well. So back at home, unfortunately, I'm stuck here working. They're having a bit of an ease up for Barbara. So Barbara, happy birthday from your favourite son-in-law. Happy birthday, Barbara. Happy 90th birthday. Right, I spoke too soon. The rain has started to come down. Not good. So that's going to scupper any plans to do what I want to do outside today. But I need to go and sort my snake out, and I need to sort some chicken out as well. Anyway, at least my grass seed's getting the water in. I had a message from Bill and Claire, or is it Ben and Claire? They've left the water on, so let's go and turn that off. So if you're watching, is it Bill today or is it Ben? I'll take care of it. The tap was already turned off. It's okay, all off. The rain we've had was going to help with this seed another 2 or 3 weeks, and that should germinate, all being well. And that's also going to take a few weeks. Right, I need to get a ladder, and also Mark's got a sausage left over from a breakfast this morning, so we're going to go and give Rasha a little sausage as a treat. Righty ho. Hello you. How are you? Can you guess what I've got here? Can you guess what I've got here? Have you been a good girl? Have you been good? Have I been out hunting? Go on then, you can have that. A little sausage, a sausage treat for Rasha. I managed to get a sandwich as well for my dinner, which has been quite nice. So let's come and have a chat about this fella. I introduced you the other day to him, didn't I? Look. So there's a theory about what you can do if you've got a caravan and rubber snakes. So the back of my van, and again some of you Well, I've seen, obviously, I've got my bird table, I've got the back of here now, sorry. I've no obvious sign of nest box action in the last few days neither. Anyway, up here, in these trees, I have got a load of rooks. So we're up here and there's some nests and everything. And at dawn, and it primarily seems to be dawn, I've got a problem where the flipping every rook in Mumbai comes to visit my caravan, and they do a lot of bouncing up and down on the roof, and they are really annoying. So I have a plan, and I want to share my plan with you. I mean, pigeon, and my own personal pigeon's not very well, look. Oh, there you go, that's better. Right, so this window here, this half of my caravan is where my bedroom is. Then the back of the van is over where the bird table is, and these trees, and these rooks from up there are picking on me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk up a pair of ladders. Oh, my caravan roof's dirty, it needs a clean. I cleaned this last year. I mean, Charlie, right. So I normally put, something called wet and forget on your caravan roof. I don't know if you've heard of that or not. So apparently, what you can do, allegedly, if you put a snake on your caravan roof, the birds will see the snake and will think it's a predator that's going to kill the birds. And rumour has it that by putting a rubber snake on your caravan roof, you won't get any birds or seagulls walking up and down your roof. Is this myth real, or is this myth not real? Shall we see whether we're going to bust it, or whether it works? Let me get my snake over on the caravan roof. Right, Buster, you stay there. So if I'm a bird now, God, try not to fall off the ladders, Neil. Right, let's see if that works, or am I being lied to? What do you think? Comment below. So go wild, go wild, go wild in the country where snakes in the grass are absolutely free. Wild, wild, wild in the country. I want to go hunting and fishing. Right, every time I come in here and the door's open, there's a pigeon about. So again, I think I mentioned this recently, up here, where have I gone now, above this light, there was a pigeon nesting last year, and it actually, an egg actually hatched. Unfortunately the chick died. So I don't know, it's the same pigeon, and I'm assuming it's that nest that they're rebuilding. If I need to turn the lights out as well. So even when the door is down, the pigeon can hop along the eaves over here, and you can get out that way, and then up in the eaves again, you won't be able to see, but there's another nest up there, and there's another nest up here as well. But so far this year I've only seen the one pigeon. Right, it's actually stopped raining, but I think the grass is definitely, it's too wet to do anything, which I wanted to do this afternoon. Right, whose phone has just gone off? What's happening, Mark?
Flash alerts for more information.
Come on,
this is a test. You do not need to take any action.
I'm not taking any action, Mark. What am I going to do? What? It's the end of the world. What? It says, this is really weird because you're getting that. My phone bleeps and I'm not getting any messages on here.
Mine bleeped and I pressed OK and my message went.
Yeah, mine went. What have you? What's happening? Hang on a minute.
Settings.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's it. That's the end of the world.
Yeah.
So
Free
minute warning.
And anybody on YouTube watching this, if you find my YouTube channel or search, I think Neil Taylor Nuclear, you can find a few words about me about nuclear war on a TV documentary. True story. Yeah.
3 minute warning.
Yeah. So those of a certain age will remember Protect and Survive. It's back. And I'm cooking some chicken for my, well, it'll be for tea. So, put the seasoning over, done that, and I'm just going to peel a couple of onions. Right, so into the wonderful air fryer. So you've seen me cooking all this before. I'm not going to show you it again, but that's some pieces of chicken. That's some onion on top. That's going to go really crispy, sort of caramelise that onion by the time this is cooked. Bit of paprika, sprinkling of salt. Again, some crushed chilies, not too hot them chilies. Some pepper. And the first cook before I flip them over is skin side down. Let's lob that in for 20 minutes or 185, I think. And thank you to Bill and Claire. So you've not seen me eating much cheese. I think I may have mentioned this. I had a couple of gout flare-ups, and I'm still not exactly sure what's triggering gout, but it does seem to be when I've been indulging a little bit too much in cheese. So I know I've mentioned this before, and some people have commented that they've also got the problem. So I am still having bits of cheese, but at the minute not as much as I used to have, because you know, life without cheese, it isn't worth living. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, right, so that's all cooked. What I need to do now, get some chips in the air fryer. And all being well, that's going to taste as good as it looks. I love this little concoction of chicken. It's got a slight kick to it, but it's not like overpowering or anything like that. It's really nice, and love it in the air fryer. Right, time to get some food into my belly. So I didn't get a vlog done yesterday, and fully I did some recording, as you'll see. It just ended up a bit of a bitty day. So we were busy in the morning and it went quiet in the afternoon. Anyway, we've had drizzle overnight. Might be a weather forecast of this, isn't it? And puddles are drying up. So we are coming into the May bank holiday weekend, and I've ended up having to pull my big coat out. It's gone cold, or it's a cold wind. It's hard to believe a week ago I was fitting t-shirts and sunglasses. But the main thing is things are slowly drying up. So I've got a few coming on this afternoon. So I'm going to well, just finish Rash's walk off, and then I'm going to jump on the Stiga mower and give the touring pitches that we've got coming on this afternoon a mow over in preparation for their arrivals. Before I forget, I always forget things. I just scribble bits of paper down. Gordon Baxter, thank you for your super thanks. And Tracy Brown, hello Tracy. Tracy. And Trevor and Denise, both of you there, Trevor and Denise and Tracy, you sent over a coffee. So thank you ever so much for that. I think I mentioned a couple of vlogs ago, I think Sandra may be coming up possibly this weekend, if not very soon. So that money that's gone into that coffee pot, we will go and have a couple of drinks with that. So thanks ever so much. Just open up the mower shed. There's no pigeon in here at the moment. I will get some ladders up there at some stage and show you. So we did have a pigeon, I think I've explained this anyway, previously up there, and in the last few days we've had pigeons coming in and out of here quite a lot, and some other birds as well. Well, none today, and see where they come in. Right, so just going to open up. As I say, I'm going to probably jump on the little yellow mower over there, the Stiga, and I need to give some of the, well, I call them the perimeter pitches, a very quick go over, all being well, before today's arrivals come. So I've got an old big bag of kindling here we've been sacking up for the cottage. Right, no rain, marvellous. But before I do anything, I'm just going to go and do a very quick walk, check all the pitches and make sure everything's all okay. One of the other problems we sometimes get with the AstroTurf, even though we sweep it, the rabbits come along and they dig up the gravel, so they flip gravel over, and then obviously we end up also with rabbit droppings. So there's not a great deal we can do with that, but we do sort of sweep them quite regular. But I'm just going to go and give everywhere just a quick once over before getting on the mower. I've just spoke too soon. There's a pigeon sat in the door looking at me. Right, it's seen me open the door, hasn't it? It's probably going to sound a bit bonkers. I'm going to go and get me woolly hat. Keep my head warm when I'm on the mower. It's yeah, apparently up in Scotland, I saw on the weather forecast yesterday, sleet and snow. Goodness me. There you go. I've got to keep my head warm. Absolutely bonkers weather this year, isn't it? It's cold, and it shouldn't be cold. Anyway, that's the way the mop flops. Right, check the fuel. We're all filled up. Oh, left-handed. Come on. Yeah. Rightio, this hasn't been fired up for. Is it a week? Will it start? Let's see. Oh, nearly. Sorry, just put the choke down. I will need to put the camera down because I've got, so you can't see this thing here that I need to adjust as I'm turning this over. Hang on a moment. Well, that took a few cranks, but it got there. Right, I'm going to put the camera down and get my gloves on and spend an hour or so at least on the mower. Really frustrating, really frustrating. So I've got several check-ins coming in an hour or so. So I want to get their pitches cut, and then as the week progresses I can get around all the other pitches. And blow me down, you possibly can't see, but the rain has started to come and it's gone even colder. Anyway, I'm going to press on before it rains heavy, but it looks like I'm only going to get today's check-ins pitches mowed, ready for their arrivals. So for this weekend coming up, the May Bank holiday weekend coming up, we are bringing people onto the grass pitches for the first time this year. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago at Easter, they were waterlogged. It was a no chance. We did have something on this pitch here in a tent. I think it was almost 3 weeks. This is all recovered, all fine now. And they had some tent grass pitches. They're all looking good. And the centre island pitches where we had the most problem with the water, that's all now pretty well subsided. So as long as it's just light showers and not them torrential downpours, we're going to be all right. Right, so I managed to crack on, and I've managed to get all the hard standing pitches that are due on this afternoon and going on for the next few days. They've all now had the Neil treatment. Hello Sandra, yeah, the Neil treatment. I'm going to get onto the Central Island, the grass pitches over there, possibly this afternoon. I'm now at a situation where I need to be able to keep an eye on the gate for people coming in to check in. So yeah, I'm actually happy that the rain that we just had, fortunately, it only lasted 10 minutes and I didn't get too wet and cold. Always a bonus. I'm flipping it. Woolly hat on. That's not good, is it? Parrots. The parrots are multiplying. What on earth is going on? And we've still got Tanner in the tree outside, greeting people as they arrive. It's bonkers weather. Right, so I've managed to get virtually all the touring grass cut. and I started strimming, and I am, you probably can't see, and the heavens have just absolutely opened up. I'm drenched wet. Anyway, strimming to do next. So as you're watching this, the day after this, I'm hoping to have a couple of days off again, goes back into a routine. So yeah, I've been using the oopsie daisy, our electric strimmer, which is, it's okay. It's not super duper powerful, but we do have a 2-stroke. What would you call it? The beast, and they tend to rip things apart. But the other advantage of strimming, well, I've got people on the site with the electric strimmer. It's not too noisy. I'm just going to close up the shed for today. It's rain. It's absolutely lashing down, and I'm still waiting for some check-ins.